It's the country's #1 RVing radio show, sponsored by RVTravel.com, with your host, Alan Warren, the RV Wingman.
Yes, we are always on the lookout for great guests and content, folks that we think will help you become a smarter RVer and a happy camper. I am Alan Warren, the RV Wingman, and on the RV Show USA guest line is a super fun and enthusiastic member of the RV industry. His name is Matt Foxcroft over in Maryland. Welcome back to the show, Matt.
Hey, Alan, how's it going?
I'm doing great. And you are the dude who does reviews on new RVs, but your reviews are not like the typical salesman would do, are they?
No, they're not. They used to be, but I made a change a little earlier this year, and it's really been a great change.
For somebody who has never seen one of Matt's RV reviews, describe it for them, if you would.
Well, unlike the traditional salesman that you'll see on YouTube talking about how great the RVs are and everything, I do go over the RVs, but I put a little twist on it. I say the three things I absolutely love about the RV and the three things I dislike about it.
Okay, and so the response from the people, from your fans, has been overwhelming. I see you've got, and I got to tell you, it's more than that. You have an on-camera enthusiasm, Matt, that is just, I just think you're fun to watch, even if I'm not listening to you. Man, you are so into what you do. It looks like you love your job.
I absolutely do. I love it. It's the absolute best job in the world. And, when I first started making YouTube videos, my videos were very vanilla and boring. And, I was up late at night doing a lot of video editing and retakes. And I said, you know what? I'm just going to be myself and do it this way. And it's been really, really good. And it's been a lot of fun, especially with, me saying the things I don't like. Because not everybody, was a fan of it at first. But now that they've seen the outcome of it, they're big fans of it.
Now, I know that you work for a big RV dealer there in Maryland. Why would you point out things that you don't like? I mean, doesn't that tend to scare off buyers?
No, not at all. It builds trust. And honestly, there's no perfect RV out there. You know that, and everybody who has an RV knows that. And sometimes the manufacturers, they just do stupid stuff, like put the TV in a bad place or something like that, or one manufacturer, they didn't put an air horn in their diesel motorhome. I'm like, come on. That's part of the fun of having a diesel pusher.
Heck yeah.
Having a nice air horn.
What is your background, Matt, in terms of RVing? Were you a salesman of something else? You just started selling RVs, or have you been a camper and RVer your entire life, or what?
No. So I used to work at the baseball stadiums, at all stadiums. Orioles, Nationals, Redskins, Ravens, Eagles, Caps in the D.C., Baltimore area. And I've been doing that since I was 15. Not beer, but, just vending. And then one day back in 2015, it wasn't paying the bills anymore. And I got a job selling RVs, and I absolutely love everything about it. It's been the best thing that's ever happened to me.
So do you actually RV yourself?
Absolutely. Well, one of the perks is we get to take the RVs out ourselves, and that's a lot of how I learned the positive things and negative things. Like one video, it has 50,000 views, and it's because I talked about the toilet placement. And let me tell you, not everybody liked that I was talking about the toilet placement, but me going out in an RV, I had to one time poop with the door open because I couldn't close the door. And so now whenever a manufacturer puts the toilet in a horrible place, I call them out on it. And, it's just every time I go out in an RV, there's always an issue, but it's always little issues,
And you're not afraid to bring them up. And that's what I find so captivating and interesting about the way you do it. I think a lot of people feel the same way. How often do you do a review? Do you do it on a schedule on YouTube? Do you do it just when you feel the I don't know. How often do you do one?
Right. Well, I'm still learning scheduling, and funny how you mentioned that because I think I've narrowed it down to do them on. I'm going to start doing them on Sunday evenings and Thursday mornings because looking at my analytics, that's when it looks like, they perform the best. So twice a week.
Well, if somebody's never seen one of your videos, do you mind if I describe it a little bit?
Absolutely.
You know, and I believe you. You used to work at a ballpark as a vendor. You are so outgoing, and you're animated, and you use your arms, and you're so into what you do, and it's extremely entertaining as well as informative. Now I want to ask you who Will and Jen are.
Oh, they're my best friends. They are my camera crew, and they're just the best people I ever met. And what's really great is they don't have a YouTube channel yet, but they're actually going to be full-timing in an RV themselves. They bought a Cougar fifth wheel from us, and they're going to be full-timing as well, so you'll see their YouTube channel very soon.
Because I saw them. You did a little video, and Jen actually built your new website, which I think looks great. I know it's kind of under construction, if you will, but it's out there and growing every day. And then, Will does your following you around, tries to follow you around. It looks like your videos are not really scripted. You just kind of spontaneously yak for 10 minutes or so about whatever the topic is.
Yeah, I did a lot of, I don't know, having like a heart-to-heart moment with myself because I was making these videos and I was editing for hours and trying to make them perfect. And I'm like, you know what? I'm not perfect. I'm not an expert. And this is me, and I'm just going to put it out and be authentic to who I am.
I love that. I mean, just be who you are, and if people like it, good, and if they don't, well, that's okay too. So when people come into your dealership, Matt, to look at an RV, do most of them have a pretty good idea of what they end up buying, or do they need quite a bit of guidance from somebody that knows the ropes? I mean, in general.
Yeah, no, it depends. It definitely depends. What I always like to recommend to a customer is make a list of what they want and what are their must-haves and what are their not must-haves or deal breakers. And then I like to tell people shopping for an RV is like a game of guess who. Every time you don't like something, you eliminate it, or every time you do like something, you make sure it's on the checklist until we find the best RV for you. And something that makes my channel a little unique, especially coming up in the next couple of weeks when I go to the Hershey show, I'm actually going to start reviewing motorhomes of brands that I don't even sell because it's very selfish for me, I think, if I'm only reviewing the manufacturers that I sell. And at the end of the day, if somebody wants a Tiffin or a Newmar and I don't sell that, they should buy that. They worked their whole lives for that, and I shouldn't limit my audience to the manufacturers that we sell at my dealership. That's why, I'm not sure if you noticed, I changed the name of my channel in January from Matt at Leo's Vacation Center to Matt RV Reviews. So, I can be more unbiased with my approach.
I think that's a really smart idea, and I think that it's resonating well with people. What do they say? That the saying is that if you can make a living doing something you love, you'll never work a day in your life, and it sounds like you're doing that.
Yep, except on Wednesdays. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, me too. I got to work doing this dang show sometimes. So, all right. So real quickly, if you were to categorize people that come to your dealership, what makes up the largest category? Is it the retirees, wannabe full-timers, millennials, or families? What makes up the bulk of who you see, Matt?
A little bit of everything. But here's the one. Look, we get people who are older and younger and families. And so it's so diverse. Here's what I love about the RV industry, and you know this as well. 99 out of 100 people, they're all good people. They're all willing to help you out, good conversations, and just awesome people to hang out with. I go camping with a lot of my customers. I call it my customer camp out.
I love it. I think that the fact that you're able to go and camp with your customers is important. We got to call it there, got to run, but thank you for joining us. Let's do it again soon, okay?
All right.
All right, good deal. All right, that's Matt's RV Reviews is the channel. Matt's RV Reviews. I think you will enjoy his enthusiasm for sure. He's also very honest about what he likes and doesn't like. Matt's RV Reviews. I'm Alan Warren, the RV Wingman. Back right after this.